Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I am here today to do a reading for you on what beautiful blessings or gifts are going to be offered to you before the fall through the end of the summer. Okay, so, and then what we're going to look at is kind of what is your current energy, what is the current situation, what gifts are coming your way or being offered to you. And then finally, we'll ask Spirit for guidance on how to best be ready to receive those gifts. Because sometimes gifts are there, ready, waiting for us to be able to receive, but we're not able to receive them for whatever reason. So this reading is to support us to get a better understanding of how to receive the gifts that are on their way. Understand what they are and be ready to receive them. So I'm going to pull an initial card here for you to be able to jump into your reading. I want to thank everyone who joins my channel, likes, subscribes. Hit that subscribe button, please, for me. Share, drop a comment for me. I'd love to hear from you, hear what resonates with you. And thank you for being here. It is really, truly a gift and a blessing to be able to offer insights. You know, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But hopefully it will be able to provide you with some guidance on your path. So we have 3 crystals today. I'm going to do 3 sets of readings. And I'm going to pull a card for each of those right now. Okay. So Spirit, I've prayed over these cards and I'm shuffling them for a moment. And so Spirit, I'm asking for your guidance for the Tiger Eye group in terms of what the current situation is and what can guide them into the reading. And for the Bloodstone group and for the Lapis Lazuri group. Okay, so that's what we have, and I will pull these cards and then we will pull all the rest of the cards, but you'll have the timestamp. Okay, so this is our day and this is the reading. So you've got forgiveness. Forgiveness. So we're talking about what is the current situation, right? So we'll look at that. So that's for the Tiger's Eye. So if you're drawn in by this Tiger's Eye or by this card, forgiveness. Pile 2, you've got vision. Vision. And this is the Bloodstone group. Bloodstone group. Okay. And then you have got the Lapis Lazuri group, which is ask for guidance. Lapis Lazuri, ask for guidance. Okay, so those are the cards that draw you into the reading. I am going to do a full pile picking, but I will do a timestamp. So if you want to just go directly into your reading, you're welcome to do that. Happy to have you here, and I will see you in your readings. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the pile picking. So I'm going to go through and pick the cards for all of the readings that we have today, and I'm going to start from the bottom up. And so what I'm pulling now is the last part of the reading, which is Spirit's guidance on how to be ready to receive the gifts or blessings that are coming to you before the fall. So here at the end of the summer, in the next month or two, okay? What gifts or blessings? These are good cards. What gifts or blessings? What is the guidance from Spirit to support you to be able to receive them fully, incorporate them? We got to be ready to receive our gifts. Okay. And for this, I'm going to pull 2 cards for each pile. So Spirit, I'm asking for your guidance for the Tiger's Eye pile, the first pile. And this way. What guidance do they need to be able to receive the gifts? And for the Bloodstone pile, and for the Lapis Lazuri. Okay, this one and that one. Okay. So that's that. And then we're going to pull some oracle cards for Spirit's guidance on how best to receive. Oops, sorry guys. Well, if I can get this card up, it does not want to come up. Okay. So for my Tiger's Eye grip, what is their guidance? And for this is right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, and then another oracle card for Spirit's guidance. How do we receive these gifts, Lord? How do we prepare ourselves? We know that a gift, those who much is given, much is required. So how can we make sure that we're ready for whatever gifts are coming our way? So for the Bloodstone, I'm going to have to go with it because they came out like that, okay? So, and then, okay. All right, and now we're moving into the, what are the actual gifts, right? So what are the actual gifts? And I'm just checking my thing here. So we're doing mystical. Okay, so for pile 1, what are the actual gifts that are going to be coming to my beautiful souls who have chosen pile 1 before the fall? And what are the actual gifts? I think we were doing one more. So what are the actual gifts for my beautiful souls who chose pile 2 before the fall? Yeah, I think it is that one. And for Lapis Lazuri pile, what is their actual gifts being prepared for them before fall? Oh, there they are. 2, 3. Okay. Okay. And then now we're going to pull just 2 oracle cards for the gifts themselves to help clarify what is the actual gift. This is from the Healing Waters. Okay. For the pile 1. 1, 2. And then, no. Does not want to come loose. Okay. And then one other oracle card for the actual gift. The Sacred Realm. 1. Oh. Oh no, I'm gonna reshuffle that just because it's kind of a bunch there. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then finally, we're looking at what is the current situation, help clarify what is currently going on. You know, what do we need to be mindful of right now? I'm going to pull a couple of tarot for that current situation. Thank you for your guidance, Spirit. God, I pray for your light over these readings. Give me clarity of sight. Clarity of sight. What do we need to know about pile number 1's current situation? What are they going through currently so that they know this is the right pile for them? This one. Okay, I was pulling. I was pulling. Okay. Pile number 2. What is their current situation? 1, 2. Pile number 2. They need to know about their current situation. Pile 3. What's going on in their current situation? What's going on in their current situation? Thank you for blessing us. And one more card. There we go. Okay. And then we've already pulled this card that's going to draw you in, and we're going to pull one more oracle for looking at your current situation. 1, 2. All right. So that is going to be the readings. Oops, in that order. I'm going to pull them. So we've got forgiveness and the tiger's eye. We've got vision. Oops. And the bloodstone. And we've got guidance. Ask for guidance. And the Lapis Lazuri. So let's pull these up here so you guys can see them clearly. Okay. And these are going to be our piles. All right. Hopefully you can see that well. Give you a moment to get a feeling for what is drawing you in. And I look forward to seeing you in your readings. Okay, I'll get started with pile 1. Hello, pile 1. For those of you who chose the Tiger's Eye and the Forgiveness card, this is going to be your reading. And as a reminder, we are talking about what blessings or gifts is Spirit going to be bringing to you before the fall. So that's an exciting reading. But the other layer that we're really looking at is, what do we need to do to prepare ourselves to be able to receive the blessing? Because we can't always, a blessing can be there, but if we're not ready to receive it, it can pass us right by. So understanding that. So we're going to start first with looking at what is your current situation and see if that resonates with you, and then go into what gifts might be coming. And this is going to be your reading. So we're starting off here with this beautiful forgiveness card. And what's really powerful about forgiveness, all of you beautiful souls who chose this, is that the challenging part is you may be in a situation where you have been betrayed, hurt, feel left out in some way, I'm hearing, I'm really getting a sense of envy. So I don't know, some of you may be dealing with some energy of aggression or envy or things like that. But what is being asked for of you here is to forgive. And also, I'm also hearing that some of you are dealing with a situation that has been long happening. So it could be a family situation, or I just sort of felt it in my gut of like needing to forgive multiple transgressions against you by an individual or a group of individuals that have left you feeling alone, isolated, frustrated, not really, kind of lost, like not knowing who you really are. So I'm really getting a family energy on that, but it could be work. It feels like it's kind of like, it could be a strong individual, but I'm also getting like, it could be that it's kind of happened through multiple things. So I think what Spirit is trying to show me is that like, you're needing to forgive like certain behaviors that may have come at you from multiple pieces, so from multiple people. So it may be that you've been taken advantage of by multiple people. You may have been demonized by multiple people, or you may have been, not neglected, okay, in some way by multiple people. treated harshly by multiple people. But what I'm hearing is that what we need to remember is that forgiveness is not just for the other person. Forgiveness is for ourselves, because at the end of the day, the forgiveness is about allowing that which has closed in you from the hurt, the anger, the transgressions, the way that you've protected yourself, okay, to allow that to be released so that you can have an openness within your heart, in your spirit, in your soul that allows you to receive. And so remember that we're talking about the current situation, and it's saying that there's a need for you to open up to forgiveness so that you can receive the gifts that are going to be coming to you. Because if we're sitting in a place where we're holding on to something, understand that even if the other individual has moved on, they're doing whatever, whatever it is, it's hurting you at the end of the day by not releasing that. So I am really want to encourage you, beloveds, to forgive. And not only that, I'm hearing very loud and clear, forgive yourself. Sometimes we need to forgive ourselves for allowing certain behavior to come at us, right? For allowing ourselves to be in situations where something could occur. And sometimes we're forgiving ourselves when there's no way we could have avoided the situation. We may have been, young. We may have been, just not aware of the situation or whatever. But at the end of the day, we still need to forgive ourselves for what we have tolerated in our lives, okay? Your ability to forgive will open up your capacity to love, okay? Your ability to forgive will open up your capacity to love. I just heard that phrase, so there it is. Okay, so we're also looking here at the current situation, so we're going to lay this out here. So you've got the bat and the hellebore, okay, which is going to be intuition. You've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Pentacles, okay, and the Three of Wands. Okay. So in terms of the current situation, Spirit is really calling on you to tap into your intuition. I feel like some of you all might be in a situation in which there are shadows or darkness, things that are hidden from you or unclear to you at this time. And Spirit is saying, but what you need to know is that you can trust Spirit, God, your higher power, your higher self, and you can trust yourself. You can trust your own intuition. You can trust your own inner knowing. Okay. And that you really need to lean on that to be your guide, just as the bat leans on their hearing to be able to navigate through the darkness, right? You need to be able to listen to your internal compass, your internal hearing to navigate through the current darkness that you're going through. Forgiveness is going to be like a key for you to just allow yourself to forgive, but to also listen to your gut and your instincts. Remember that forgiving does not mean that you are accepting or saying that whatever behavior was okay in any way. You're certainly not doing that. You're really just allowing yourself to put it down, put it aside so that you have the capacity to move forward and receive the abundance and love that you have. Now, it's interesting that you've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed, because the Queen of Pentacles reversed can really talk about this sort of almost like a hoarding type energy of like, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very abundant, very giving energy, but the Queen of Pentacles reversed is like when we get into a place of materialism, focusing on the petty, if you will, also like a sense of like holding ourselves or holding what we have close to us, rather than being of open, trusting and knowing that your abundance is so plentiful that you just need to open your hands and give, and it's just going to keep flowing. There's this sense of sort of lack that is in this sort of Queen of Pentacles reversed, okay? So this is, again, we're talking about the current situation, what you're dealing with right now, okay? But the other thing is that you have put in a lot of work towards something, and you're starting to see that those things are coming forward. The Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card of really talking about self-actualization self-determination, things that you have worked on that are coming to fruition. And what I'm really hearing very clearly is that this has to do with your own self-development. So this is why Spirit is asking you that you're coming to a place of forgiveness. Forgiveness is multi-layered. So we often have to kind of keep coming back to it. So I feel like many of you who chose this pile of the tiger's eye have been working on yourself, whether fully consciously or also through just your work and focus and diligence on moving something forward. And you're going to see that begin to come into fruition. But one of the things that Spirit is saying for you is that there's something that you're holding on to. There's something that you're being stingy about, right? Or stagnant about holding on to. And it's something that you need to either forgive others about, which also allows you to forgive yourself about, so that you can fully receive the gift of this Nine of Pentacles and the other things. You're also going to be seeing, some of you may be seeing that the work that you've been putting in, because the Three of Wands is about watching your ships come in, so that something beautiful is coming into the forefront from the work that you have put forward, from your own passion, from your own determination. All right. Now, sometimes what that can do, however, as we're waiting for those ships to come in, it gives us the space and time to begin to do some reflection on the journey that we've had thus far. And that's when you may realize, I'm stuck in this place in some way, because that's what unforgiveness can do for us, is it can put us in a stuck space where we're not moving forward. Okay. And so Spirit is asking you to really look at those things that you need to fully let go as you're waiting for those ships to come in, because you're being prepared for an enormous amount of abundance and self-actualization, really self-actualization or self-determination, like that the harvest, right? Like the harvest coming in from the work that you've put in. But in order to get to that final threshold, you're going to need to release some things. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here for you. So now let's take a look here. This is the current situation, and let's take a look at what are the actual gifts that Spirit is saying are coming in for you before the fall. Okay. And you've got, let's see. Oops. Look at that. The Mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. I love this card for you because it feels like many of you all may feel like you're in a bit of mist, and it may be surprising for you because you've actually done a lot of work. But this is kind of like moving through these kind of final stages. And if any of you have been in mist or heavy fog, you know that when you're in that space, you don't know what's happening in front of you. You just have to turn yourself in the direction that you believe you need to be going. Your compass is set on true north. And you just have to trust and believe, and you move slowly. You move slowly through the fog, taking one step at a time, trusting your gut, trusting your feeling, because you can't see what's in front of you. So sometimes literally all you can see is your step forward, that first step forward in moving in the fog. And so Spirit is saying that part of the gift that's coming in for you is the ability to trust your own inner knowing, your own compass, and allow yourself to take action. Because the other thing about this card is really talking about moving forward, not allowing yourself to stay stuck in the mist and the fog, but moving forward, even though you can't see what is in front of you, because you're trusting your inner guidance, your inner compass. That's beautiful. Okay, so you've got free from judgment, free to love. And this goes back to this thing. The other beautiful gift, this card has so many gifts to it. So part of the gifts that are here is about nurturing, mothering. If any of you have had a challenging relationship with your mother, or have felt a need of nurturing, of mothering, or perhaps are a mother yourself and nurturing, this card speaks to this energy of the universal mother and feeling nurtured. So if you're feeling unnurtured, if you're feeling alone in some way, this card, the gift of Spirit, is saying that you're going to feel that nurturing around you. Understand that if you didn't get nurturing from your biological family, there are soul family members that are out there ready and waiting to give you the nurturing that you need, as well as you nurturing yourself from within, which is a lot of what I'm hearing here in this reading, is that Spirit is saying that you're going to have the capacity and the knowingness to be able to support yourself, your inner growing, your inner knowing, your nurturing as you move through this next. It almost feels like a final stage for some of you all on this journey toward abundance, okay? If you've been asking life for a solution specifically on a specific difficulty, then this card is actually also saying that that solution is currently in gestation, right? It's in that mothering wound. It's currently being developed for you so that it can come forth for you. So whatever that difficulty is going to be resolved. This card is also about a message of love. Okay. But what's interesting about it is that you may find that through your act of forgiveness, you are loving in a whole new way. And anything that's new to us can be a little bit frightening or scary in some ways. We may feel some trepidation against it. It may feel like we're in the mist and the fog. But what Spirit is saying is to trust your gut. You are a beautiful, beautiful, loving spirit. I'm feeling that in this reading, and that you have the capacity for an abundant amount of love, okay? And as you begin to forgive others and forgive yourself, you'll notice an opening happening in you, and you're being asked to not defy that ability to love, whether you have been taught to love in a different way or in a harsh way or whatever it may be. Your internal soul is wanting to come forward and blossom into a very different facet of love, okay? That sort of all-encompassing love, okay? You may feel passionately purposeful about giving your time and energy to causes to protect and nurture people or places or the earth. Okay, you're going to be affirmed in this love as well. So there's this sort of sense of a greater love that is coming into your world, and Spirit is going to be showing you this, and that comes through your act of forgiveness, okay? And then the other gifts, or the other cards that we pulled for your gifts, justice. Wow. The Queen of Pentacles. So here we've got the Queen of Pentacles upright. Okay, so this is the gift. So we're talking about, in here we had your current situation of the Queen of Pentacles reverse, where we were kind of hoarding something, holding on something, not feeling abundant. And then as we begin to forgive, as we walk through trusting our intuition into the mist, we become able, free to love without judgment, free from judgment and able to love. And we move into a space of, oh, wow, and the sun. Okay, which is ultimate happiness, healing, self-healing coming into. And I feel like this blockage for you all here, this little shadow here, is about your forgiveness. Allow yourself to forgive whatever it is that you're holding on to. And because this is a general reading, you're going to know intuitively what that is for you, right? What that is, that whether it's a person, a situation, an event, a job, something that you need to forgive what has transpired and forgive yourself and move forward so that you can stand fully in your blossoming sun. Now you've got the Justice card here, which is so perfect that it comes here because you've got the free of judgment, free to love. So it's like, remember that the Judgment card is about balancing, right? It's that the scale, the universal law is balanced, okay? And so if you have been treated unjustly, if you have not received what you needed, it's like the scales are coming into balance. You are going to receive the love, the nurturing, the abundance that you may have felt lacking in your life. This is gorgeous. So, beloveds, really, what Spirit is asking you to do is to take a moment in this moment of pause, in this moment of the mist, in this moment of fog where things may feel a little bit shadowy, unclear, and tap into yourself. Understand what it is that you need to forgive, okay? And allow yourself to release that so that you can step wholly and fully into who and what you are and what you believe to be true. so that your full abundance can be brought into you. I feel it rushing into you, right? The sense of like knowingness, abundance, love, nurturing, an overflow of abundance. Because this is kind of, the Pentacles is like material. So it's like literally like material abundance, but there's also a sense of like self, right? Because this is self-determination that is happening, actualization, the work that you have done. And then this is going to lead you to the beautiful Sun card. Spirit is wanting you to just shine, in your own light, right? So Spirit is shining a light on you. I love that. Okay. And then the guidance from Spirit in terms of how Spirit is going to support you in preparing yourself for this. You've got soul time. Look at that. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body, our physical body, is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Okay. And so this is really calling on you to take some time to think outside of what your current conditions are. Understand that no conditions have power over you. You are a soul having an earthly experience. So you need to tap into that. And when you tap into your soul energy, your limitless possibility, your limitless being, you are able to look at the physical in a way that is, it's like those things become so less important. The people's betrayal, people's pettiness, people's human frailties, people's human mistakes towards you, people's anger towards you, whatever it might be, becomes petty when you look at it in the face of your infinite soul possibility. What are you here to do? Who are you here to be? Okay, so allow yourself to have that forgiveness, but Spirit is giving you soul time, okay, and is asking you to take soul time, okay, to be able to prepare yourself for the gift of stepping fully into this new reality of loving. Look at that. Gratitude. Okay. So Spirit is asking you to lean into gratitude. Y'all, gratitude is a gift and a key. Okay. A lot of people don't really think of it as like, it's like a medicine, right? If you focus on gratitude, it will shift your internal vibration to the point that what is happening internally will show up in your physical world. Okay. Sometimes all you can do is say, thank you that I'm breathing. Okay. Thank you that I can see. Thank you that I can hear. Thank you that I can feel. Thank you that I have food in front of me. Thank you that I have a bed to lay my head down in. Thank you. This is a medicine. It is a vibration and an energy that opens doors. Okay. And so Spirit is asking you to lean into the medicine of gratitude. Lean into the medicine of gratitude. It will elevate you just like this beautiful fairy spirit is being elevated. It will elevate you and allow you to fly into this new reality with ease. Okay? And this new reality, to be clear, is a new way of loving. Okay? A new way of being in your abundant energy and abundant self. And the final two cards from Spirit are the Five of Swords. Wow, that. And justice. We've got justice twice in this reading. There really is going to be a balancing of scales. Look at that. She's like cutting straight through it. And I love actually that it's coming after the Five of Swords, because Five of Swords is a conflict, okay? And it can talk about a conflict between the ego and the heart. And this is very apparent here with this heart, because it's like the swords are going through the heart. So pain that you have felt in your heart that you need to forgive yourself and others for is coming to the forefront, okay? And Spirit is saying, we're asking Spirit, how do we prepare ourselves? How is Spirit going to support you? What guidance do they have? And we're getting the Five of Swords, which is Spirit pointing in the direction of your heart chakra, pointing into the challenges that you have between your ego and your heart. What is your ego causing you to hold on to rigidly, right? Your heart is an open vessel, constantly beating and opening and taking in energy, right? So wherever you feel like you are holding, like gripping on to something because it hurt you, because it made you angry, because it shifted your world in some way, understand that you need to release that because justice is here. The balancing of the scales is coming in. So where you need to put your focus is on gratitude, giving yourself soul time and forgiveness and releasing that. So all of this beautiful energy that Spirit is bringing into you, free from judgment, free to love. This beautiful justice card where she's sitting on top of the world and everything is balanced for her. Okay, she has not only clarity of thought with this sword, but her crown chakra is opening to the divine. Okay, so this is where Spirit is bringing you. All right, and then this beautiful abundant card of the Queen of Pentacles, where your abundance will be overflowing and your joy will be overflowing in the sun. There will be self-healing and there will be happiness, just joy. You know, the sun oftentimes has like a child image in it in the tarot because it's like your inner child is jumping for joy, that childlike ability to receive love and to receive joy. So, beloveds, this is what I see for your reading. I hope this brings you peace and understanding of how to move forward. You've got some luscious blessings that are coming in for you before the fall. Hang in, take it one step by step through trusting your inner compass through the fog, and all will be not only well, but gloriously joyful and abundant for you. Okay? That's what I see for you. Thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot today. If you have not yet joined the collective community, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And I will look forward to seeing you in your next reading. This is Ade. I'll see you next time. Have a joyfully abundant day. Bye-bye. Hello, Paul 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Bloodstone, it's beautiful crystal. I like this. It's got the red in there. Okay. And Vision, this Vision card, then this is going to be your reading. And again, to remind you, we are talking about what blessings or gifts are going to be offered to you from the divine before the fall. Okay. And we're going to take a look at what is the current situation. What are the gifts that are coming in? And then what is the guidance from Spirit on how you can make yourself available to receive those gifts? Because we need to be ready, right? We need to be ready. Otherwise, that gift can just pass us right by. So you all were drawn in by this beautiful card, okay? And this is the Vision card. And one of the things that it says is that I was born with 3 eyes, two to look and 1 to see, okay? And what I'm getting really fully from this card is that you all are on lighted fire, right? On lighted fire, in that you are opening in your world to a new level of understanding. This group clearly is, visionaries. This card is really talking about you tapping into your 3rd eye chakra, allowing yourself to really kind of step into your knowingness, your inner wisdom, okay, and your intuition to the point of, clairvoyance. Many of you are probably, I don't know what terms people are using, but just you have heightened sight and ability to see at different levels within your world, and to support people. And this card is really asking you to really allow yourself to tap into it. Because this is talking about the current situation, it makes me believe that some of you, I was going to say that some of you may be new or kind of opening to your vision, to your ability to see beyond the 3D, right? To be able to sense energies and be able to articulate, like maybe your dream space has even grown and you're having more dreams, either sleeping dreams or waking dreams, right? Where you have you get pictures or hear things or have a better understanding of the things that are going on around you. Some of you are new and that is opening up for you. Some of you are going to a new level. And that's what I'm really hearing very strongly, is that I feel like the majority of you may already be aware that because you were actually drawn in by the vision card. So there's something intuitive in you that you already know, like you already know that you're seeing at a different level, and that your intuitive power is a gift, right? That you have been using. Some of you may not feel like it's a gift, I know, but it is. And what you're being asked to is to shed another layer so that your eyes can see more clearly. It's kind of like if you wake up and you have, this is a weird analogy, but if you wake up and you have like some kind of like gunk in your eyes or something, and you take like clear water and wipe your eyes clear, it's like that's what spirit is wanting you to do. It's like you need to take another layer, kind of spiritually, metaphorically, right, to cleanse your eyes so that you can see even deeper than what you are seeing. See deeper into yourself, which allows you to see deeper in those around you. And ultimately, what Spirit is asking you to do is to make sure that your vessel is clear so that you may be of support, love, opening, guidance, insight to those around you. And I feel like this pile is really like what I'm feeling from Spirit, that you have a big mission, right? Like you have a big mission. So part of this reading is about how do I prepare myself for the blessing? So I feel like already that part of your blessing is about your sight, right? Part of your blessing is about what you're able to see and feel and know at a deeper level. Understand that that is a gift, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it in the moment when you're in the 3D. But when you're tapped in at the soul level, you 100% know that it is a gift, okay? But what Spirit is asking you to do is to prepare yourself to elevate, to ascend to a new level. Okay, beloveds, because that is what is happening for you right now. Okay, I'm getting a kind of what's the word, like a urgent, not urgent, I shouldn't say urgent, but like a fast energy, that this unfolding that you're going through right now is happening fairly quickly. It might even be taking some of you off guard, okay? Which is why maybe you're drawn into this reading. But understand you're safe and secure. And the reason why you're elevating at such a rapid rate is because of the work that you've done, okay? So you are prepared for this, but you just need to continue to do the work and perhaps even add some new processes. Maybe even if some of you already meditate, then I'm hearing like expand your meditation. So if you currently meditate for 20 minutes or whatever, expand your meditation, expand it another 10 minutes just to allow that next layer to help you to ascend. Okay. If you, whatever you might do to, to be connected to Spirit, whether you're, praying, meditating, walking, whatever it is, it's like Spirit is asking you to kind of extend that just a little bit, not excessively, right? But to extend it so that, because you've kind of gotten into a comfort space, right? You've gotten into a routine, and Spirit is wanting you to step out of that a little bit. Okay. Step out of that a little bit, so that you can get to the next level, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's see what the cards actually say. Okay, so you've got, wow, the owl and the hop, which is wisdom, okay? And this is all about, the owl kind of represents that wisdom, right? And the hop is a herb or flower that grows, in my understanding, it grows like very tall, and perhaps very fast, which is what I'm also getting this, but it can climb. So it can climb up to 20 feet. Okay. So it's a very tall, it's a growing flower. And I feel like that's the energy that I have, that you are in a place of elevation, that you are growing, and you're growing in a very rapid place in your wisdom, in your vision. Okay. So it's like you have come to an end of a journey, or the end of like a milestone is what it feels like. Like you've come to the end of a milestone, and it's time for you to kind of relish in your achievement, take deep and satisfying breaths. Understand that now that you've come to this completion of this journey, you are being asked to elevate to another level. Okay. So beautiful energy in terms of what's happening for you right now, that there's a bit of a completion. And it really does feel like it's happening. Excuse me, it's happening on the spiritual level. Let's see what else we've got here in terms of what is your current situation. Okay, so you've got the Nine of Swords. You've got the King of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of thought that's been going on, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting because what I'm really seeing here is that many of you may have been really struggling. Okay, been in a, even perhaps even as deep as they say, like the dark night of the soul, but really just this place of like pain, sorrow, hurt, grief, worry, like anxiety, right? Keeping you up at night, unable to sleep. Like the Nine of Swords is that energy of just like repetitive, like pain, right? Where it's like you're inflicting it on yourself. You may be experiencing it in the world, but then you continue to inflict it on yourself. It's like flogging yourself, right? We all get into these spaces. So it's nothing there's no shame in the game, right? It's just that Spirit is pointing an eye on it because this is part of what's happening with your current situation. Some of you may have gone to this energy of the King of Swords to help try to pull you out of that. Try to lean into your intellect is what the King of Swords is. It's like really this sort of mental balance. But what I love about this particular card is that he's sitting at the top of the mountain, right? So although sometimes this card can be like almost like you're overthinking, but because you're coming from the Nine of Swords, it's like there's an energy that's coming in that's kind of cooling, right? Calming that excessive anxiety and thought process that you've been going through. And Spirit is really doing that. So within this current thing, and then you've got this influx of love, this influx of belief in the impossible with the Page of Cups, okay? The Page of Cups brings in this energy of youthfulness and love. And we've got in this card here, pigs flying, right? So this idea in the belief in the impossible, this sense of hope. So I feel like where you are is that you've kind of been through something that has really brought you to your knees. It's really caused you to struggle, which led you into your intellect, led you to begin thinking about like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing it? How am I doing it? Like you've been really heavy in your head. And most recently, you've had a breath of hope coming in, a breath of love, a breath of looking into something new, a breath of like your mustard seed has started to grow a little bit in the sense of having some faith, some hope in what might be impossible. And this is what is allowing you to tap even further into your third eye. Okay, because Spirit is wanting you to really tap into your third eye. So you may have come to the end of something. You may have had to let go of something very painful, right? Or you may have just been struggling about something that has ended, right? Like something that's struggling and been in a lot of grief around it. If it's, I really, wow, I just felt that. So all of you beloved souls that, have been just really struggling, like just know that I see you, I feel you. I'm sorry for your pain. I'm sorry for your struggle. Oftentimes we will be in these spaces in the midnight hour, if you will, and in the darkness, in the shadow, and no one even knows that we're there. We might even be in broad daylight and no one knows that actually what's going on internally is like this terrible storm of thunder and lightning that's in our own brain and in our own bodies. And I recognize that you have been there, and I want to say to you that light is coming in. The doors are breaking open, and part of the way that they are breaking open is by you tapping into your intuition, trusting your sight, tapping into your third eye, and allowing yourself to move into your inner knowing so that you can move into a space of love. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here for your current situation. And I'm going to move these cards over here, and then I'm going to pull in what are the gifts that are coming for you before the fall. Okay, and so the gifts that we have here, we've got Pandora's gift. Child, you have a gift. You have an ability. They talk about this idea of Pandora's box, and she opens this, right? But the thing is that you are opening into yourself. You are opening into the gifts that the divine has for you. And the divine is saying for you, actually, I have to read some of this for you because this is such a powerful message, this Pandora gift, okay? And I want you to really hear the power in this, because this is about reclaiming yourself. You know, looking at the naysayers, if you will, in your life, and saying, you know, step off, basically. Like, I need to step fully into who I am, into all of my gifts and glory. And this is what Spirit is saying is a gift that's coming in for you, okay? Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you have brought upon yourself or another, or some terrible happening. Okay, it's time to let go of the shame. All right, any belief that you might have in punishment of yourself, it's time to let that go. Okay, as this shift, so sacred rebellion is happening within your soul. I love that. So sacred rebellion, you know, and we have to get that. We have to learn that to be truly who we are, there is a breaking open that has to happen. Okay, and you are going through a breaking open, and that breaking open is your soul. Okay, it is powerfully uprising to its own liberation. All right. Oh, I just love it so much. So just allow yourself to break open into that. You are breaking free from the weighty criticisms of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities of this world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Okay, Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgments of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world, and recognizes that she is the bearer of true and beautiful light, peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. Her oracle tells you that the realization that you too are divinely defiant believer in hope. Okay. And that's what I feel like Spirit is bringing in, is that you are stepping into a new phase of really claiming, fully embracing and embodying your sense of hope and trust and knowing in all of the divinity that lives within you. We are divine beings. Spirit, we are deeply connected to the divine. We are part of the divine. We are divine, right? So allowing yourself to really step into that power. And with you all, that also has to do with some vision and some clairvoyance that is happening here. So you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on divine notice that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. So if you choose to develop and express this seed step by step, you will become an extraordinary light in your life and in the world. Y'all, come on. This is about you really stepping into your gift of vision, clairvoyance, knowingness, your intuition, letting all those that have disbelief or have put you down in some way, or try to stop you, or cover your light in some way, just step off, stick off your, as they say, stick your tongue out to them and keep it moving, right? Like, keep it moving, because you are coming into a knowingness that is much greater than that. Okay. So let's see what else we got here in terms of what the gifts are. Okay. Stagnancy. Okay. So this is stagnant water, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. Okay, so part of what this card is talking about is that sometimes we get stagnant in our own energy. And I love that these two are here because it's a reminder that in order to come into your full light, to see yourself, to trust in your intuition, to allow your ability and skills to blossom, there is a breaking open that has to happen. When something is stagnant, you got to push that thing forward, okay? Because stagnancy energy is that slow moving energy that can make you feel like you're almost like in a daze in it, right? Just stuck in it. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier, like you're in a routine, you're in a rut. It may be a beautiful thing. You may be meditating, you may be on your spiritual path and doing your things, but you're kind of stuck in a way, like you've been doing the same things and getting the same results, right? So now it's time for you to break open, step into new possibilities so that your vision, your sight can fully become manifested and you can begin to see its physical representation within your world. All right. So let's see what else is a part of this gift. So you got the Three of Pentacles. So this is about really, yeah, there it is, that Eight of Wands, because I felt that energy of like things are moving forward. Like the Eight of Wands is the fastest moving card, right? It's about taking action, moving things forward. This is what this Eight of Wands is like. Things have been lifted. You've moved out of the stagnation. There's been a breaking open. I keep hearing that sound. That's why I keep clapping it. Like there is a breaking open that is happening for you, beloveds. Okay. Part of the way that breaking open is going to happen is also maybe through community or collective work. Okay, because you've got the Three of Pentacles here. So this talks about being able to come together with others to grow. So for instance, if I continue with the analogy of meditation, it doesn't have to be meditation. It could be prayer, it could be it literally could be anything. It could be walking, it could be something you're doing within your creative work. Okay, whatever it is that allows you to connect into self and connect into the divine. Okay, whatever it is that you're doing. But let's just using the analogy of the meditation, right? So maybe you've been meditating by yourself, 3 times a week for 20 minutes or something like that. Okay. So what Spirit is asking you to do is that you may want to find a trusted friend or community and extend your meditation. Meditating with others has a different dynamic and a different energy. It will break something open in you. Okay. So allowing yourself to be able to, find trusted souls that you can work with on your soul journey. You're going to continue your solo work and stuff that you need to be doing. All right. But there's also something that is for you within community. And it may be for some of you all with creative work that you're doing, like I said before, or it could be with like whatever your spiritual journey. That's for some of you that is one and the same, or your work, right? So, whatever that is, because understand that however it is that we're walking in this world, that you're a spirit. You are a spirit having a soul having a human experience in whatever you're doing, whether you're working at McDonald's and, or working on an assembly line, working in an office, leading some company, doing a creative project, whatever, retired, whatever it is that you're doing on a daily basis. You're still a spirit having a human experience with abilities and powers and abilities to heal and move things forward, right? And so this is talking about community and coming together in community. Some of you, it may be, I'm hearing charity work, so or community work. It doesn't have to be charity work, but like community work, right? Like working in community, working together with others to accomplish a goal, a worthy goal. Okay. And then you've got this Six of Wands energy, which I love for you because the Six of Wands is not only success, right? Like she's flying above it all. She is in a relaxed state, but it's also a card. The Six of Wands is also a card of recognition. Okay. So being known publicly for the work that it is that you're doing. Okay. And all of this is going to be happening fast. Okay. Because you've got the Eight of Wands coming in. So the gift here that we're talking about that's coming in before fall is this breaking open of a knowingness within you. This is stepping into your power. So the gifts that can come for that are innumerable, right? Like, because when we step into our own power, we step into the flow. We move out of the stagnation of water and move into the flow of water. When you're in the flow with divine, all things are possible. Everything that you need comes to you with ease. Your abundance level is overflowing. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Come on, y'all. This is what being in the flow is, right? That things are opening for you. All right. So do not be afraid. I'm hearing, do not be afraid of your own power. You have the vessel to embody it. So allow yourself to step into it. Now, for some of you, what you may need to do is to step into it step by step by step. Okay. But This is an energy that is moving very quickly. So you are being asked to move. Let's look into how Spirit is asking you to prepare yourself for this energy, okay? Joy, okay? Understand that the joy energy is a vibration. It is an energy, right? We cultivate joy. They say people will say, oh, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. But let me tell you, faking it till you make it is a real thing, because joy is a real thing, right? And if you can cultivate joy, it is an energy. So when you're in a space of not feeling joy, okay, do not allow yourself to languish in that feeling. I'm not saying don't feel your feelings, feel your feelings. But what I'm saying is tap into joy. If you have to go back to the recesses of your mind to find a moment in which you were embodied in joy, do that. Okay, no matter how far that is, allow yourself to feel the energy of that abundant joy, and then bring yourself forward into your current space and allow that energy to sit on you. Okay, gratitude can also help you with that. Okay, but Spirit is asking you to tap into the energy of joy, because joy is first of all, joy is a very fast moving energy as well. Joy is a fast moving energy, and it is also a healing energy. And it is one that transposes not only your internal space, but your external space very, very rapidly. If you are feeling, funky or, whatever it may be, put on some comedy. Put on something that makes you feel authentic laughter within your spirit. And I promise you it is medicine, okay? I promise you it is medicine. And Spirit is asking you to tap into that energy. Look at that. You got the Forest Temple Enlightenment, okay? This is gorgeous. I want to read some of this, but this is about stepping into your power, okay? Stepping into your power, knowingness, all right? I love this for you. I love this. This is so beautiful in terms of we're talking about how Spirit is saying, wanting you to be prepared, stepping into your joy. And then this is also saying that positive changes are coming. You are lighting up. You are becoming more buoyant, more free, okay? Through this joy energy as well. Your connection to Spirit is deepening. Right? That's what this reading is all about. Old beliefs about who you are and what you deserve in life are falling away and replaced by incredible new paths. So part of what Spirit is asking you to do, prepare for these beautiful gifts, right? Of movement, of bursting open your Pandora gift. What is inside, what is possible for you, is believing in shifting what you believe is possible for you, okay? So stepping into an energy of opening up what is possible for you. You've got to believe it to achieve it. They say these little phrases, but actually they have a lot of value. There is purpose to them, okay? The other thing we're seeing, synergy. Okay, this is reminding me, this is saying, okay, so the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being exciting co-creators, okay, can give birth to new reality. I love this for you for a multitude of reasons. One is that we got that 3 of Pentacles card within your gift, okay? So Spirit is saying, prepare yourself for new connections, different connections, maybe connections that you didn't think were a part of what was either possible for you or just different from who you are. Oh, that person is just very different from you, but they have a gift for you. There is a synergy that can occur between your energy and their energy, between that project and that project, right? There is a Spirit is asking you to look for unique, maybe possibly different combinations or unions that are going to support you on the new path that is unfolding for you. Okay, looking into new synergies, new ways to connect. Synergy is when 2 things come together to make something completely new. 2 different, maybe even opposing forces come together to create something beautiful that is completely new, a synergy, okay? And so Spirit is asking you to prepare yourself for synergies. And then the final messages from Spirit and how they're supporting you and what they want you to do to move forward. You've got the Princess of Cups. Well, you look at that. And the 8 of Wands. You've got a double 8 of Wands here. This is all going to be happening very, very quickly, okay? Very, very quickly. So hold on to your seats, beloveds, because this beautiful gift that's coming in of your opening, of your being, and I feel like this card is actually manifesting even more for us what this is. Look at her in all of her power. She is also connected to the Ace of Cups. This Princess card, the Princess of Cups, is also connected to her inner child, okay? But she is deeply intuitive, okay? Deeply intuitive, opening into her gifts of manifestation, right? She is able to be fully connected to the divine. What I love about this is that she's literally like releasing her desires and her wants into the divine and watching them take flight. You all are powerful manifestors and have the ability to shift and change your world. And Spirit is asking you to do that work right now. And it's going to feel like it is going at a very rapid pace, because it is going at a very rapid pace, loves. Like you are going to be opening at a new level. And the way to prepare yourself is to lean into your joy. Okay, lean into your joy, lean into your understanding that positive changes are happening. You're letting some things go. You're, sort of laughing, if you will, with your joy energy in the face of the naysayers and stepping deeply into your inner being, your inner light, allowing the gifts of who you are to come forward. And this is what I am seeing for you in terms of what is the blessing or gift that's going to be coming for you in the coming for you before the fall. And I really feel like you're going to be tapping into your vision, your intuitive ability, your clairvoyance, your ability to develop that which is in you that needs to shine. Okay. And so for some of you all, that is also like a creative project. It's an ability. It's a gift. It's something that you have that you can offer the world. It could be any number of things, because this is a general reading. Okay. So it could be a creative project. It could be work that you're doing. It could be an idea that you have. It could be just any number of things. You're going to know what resonates with you in this reading. Okay. But it is your gift. Okay. Opening up your gift. All right. So that's what I see here for your reading, pile 2. I hope this resonated with you. Thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. And if you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down there. Please, to support my channel, also hit the like. I would appreciate that very much. And then share a comment if there's something that resonates with you or anything. I would love to hear from you. So go ahead and drop that down there, and I'll see you in your next reading. I hope you have a joyfully abundant day. Bye. Oops. Hello, pile number 3. You hit the camera there. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Lapis Lazuri and the Ask for Guidance cards, and this is going to be your reading. And in this reading, again, we are exploring what gifts or blessings are being offered to you before the fall. And we're taking a look at what is the current situation, what are the gifts and blessings that are coming in, and then what is the guidance from Spirit on how to make sure that you are prepared and able and ready to receive those gifts and blessings. Okay. And so we're kind of starting here with sort of your current situation. So again, thanks so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that button down there to subscribe. Leave a comment, tell me what resonates with you, etc., etc. But let's get into your reading. So ask for guidance, right? So this card, there's a couple of things that are happening here. One is that I feel like those of you who have chosen this pile are in a state of blossoming, okay? Something is coming forth. You may be coming to a completion of something, completing a project successfully in some way, but there's also a need. There's both what is happening on the outer world, in the 3D world, in which things are opening, right? There's an opening that's happening, maybe an ending, which is leading to a new opening, okay? But then there's what's going on internally for you spiritually as well. You see her third eye here, and there's a sense of sometimes what happens in the 3D world forces us to move into our spiritual world. Sometimes it can be challenging, like what's happening in the 3D world forces us to lean onto a greater strength, right? And that greater strength can be our own higher self, can be our and in combination with the divine, right? Or our connection with the divine or something in that way. But what this card is saying is that it is okay to ask for help, because in asking for help and guidance, you are stabilizing your own knowingness, right? So there is a sense of like, I feel like what I'm hearing is lean unto your own understanding, but ask for guidance and help to help illuminate your own understanding, right? So it's kind of some duality that I'm hearing here. But I feel like what I'm seeing in this card is like there is a time for you to, I'm also getting like, there's a sense of like activity slowing down, a sense of slowing, stillness, perhaps, where you are taking the time to seek guidance. Understand that seeking guidance can look like, looking for somebody in the 3D and talking to a friend, a mentor, a spiritual leader of some kind. And it also is seeking guidance from the divine, right? Which is what I see very strongly in this card, and what I'm feeling is that there's a need for you to slow yourself, still yourself, so that you can specifically ask for guidance from the divine. Understand, divine is telling you that the divine is as close to you as your breath. All you need to do to ask for guidance, excuse me, beloved, is simply ask. Simply ask, right? Ask and then wait and listen for the answer, right? Because sometimes the answer may not be what you are assuming it's going to be or want it to be or think you want it to be, right? You got to listen to what is the real answer, okay? Then trust it and move forward. I'm lowering my voice a little because I feel like the energy here is really about your stillness, really about you going inside, all right? So that's what I'm seeing here for your information right now. Let's get your cards on what is your current situation along with this ask for guidance. So you've got the cat and the lavender. So there's an interesting duality here because the cat is talking about independence, right? And the lavender flower brings us soothing comfort, right? There's this sort of sense of comfort, okay? Relying, the cat relies on their instincts and their inner guide to move them forward. And the lavender provides us with that comfort. And so what it's saying here is that you can seek your full potential, okay, without depending on the validation of others. All right, so hear me on that. The validation of others. Power, resourcefulness, and potential are key words to remember. So yes, you're going to want to step into your independence. You do not want to lean on others for their validation. You do want to seek out your internal guidance and your guidance from the divine and even your guidance from trusted mentors, okay? You're not relying on them for your validation. You're validating yourself from within. You're validating yourself with the divine. The divine is validating you, right? Okay? But you are being asked to ask for guidance, to get support. Let's see what else is going on in the current environment. So you've got the 5 of Wands reversed. You've got the 6 of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, interesting. So the 5 of Wands reversed, all right, is talking about where we may be avoiding conflict in some way. We may be, because the 5 of Wands can talk about competition. It can actually talk about healthy competition, but it can talk about conflict that pushes you to step into your best self, to do your best work, right? To be be your best self, right? But the Five of Wands reversed is saying like there's a part of you that is being avoidant, right? Not stepping into the competition, allowing the competition to be more conflict than competition, right? And not allowing yourself to move forward in certain type of ways. Now you've got this Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It is a card of remembrance. It is a card of the inner child. So there's an opportunity here. We learn and grow from our memory, all right? Oftentimes our memory of the past, whether it be negative or positive, our learning from that can be vast, right? Because if it was a negative experience, really being able to look at that memory, investigate, how did that happen? What happened? How did you respond to it? Because remember, we can't always control what happens to us, but we can respond. We can control how we respond to it. What might we do differently now that we know better? Right? And then this card is also about that inner child, that innocence, that sense of dreaming, right? What were you wishing for in your past? What were you holding possible for yourself in the past? Sometimes as we move forward through our lives, what we believe is what's possible. I myself thought I was going to be a roller skating nurse. As we get older, we might think, oh, well, that's not really possible, right? But actually it is possible if I still wanted to be a roller skating nurse. Okay. But so my point here is that looking at what were the things from your inner child and allowing yourself to reincorporate those into your possibilities of the future. And then you've got this lovely King of Cups card. Now, the King of Cups is balanced on so many levels, but mostly on that emotional intelligence level. He is able to allow things to flow through. If there is a conflict that arises, he is able to allow himself to drop into his heart chakra, drop into his crown chakra, and have a sense of peace about the decisions that he's moving forward with, because he trusts himself, he trusts his intuition, he trusts what is possible for him, and he is balanced. Okay. And so because this is talking about what is going on in your current situation, I feel like there's several energies that are going on here. One is that, Spirit is saying that some of you may be relying too strongly on your independence in a really strong masculine type energy of like, I can do this. I'm going to do this. I've had to do it by myself and I'm doing it now. Right. There are benefits, there are good things to that, but an over dependence on that is not helpful. And so Spirit is saying it's time for you to ask for guidance. It's time for you to get assistance. It's time for you to lean into your past memories, your inner child innocence, and then be able to step into your emotions. Loosen your rigidity, okay? And allow yourself to really fully receive support, guidance, help, comfort, right? With the lavender, comfort from those that are around you and from the lessons of your memory. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing here in terms of what your current situation is. Now we're going to take a look at what are the gifts that are coming to you. I'm feeling like it needs to go like this. And there's also a need for you to really step away from avoidance. Like, step away from avoidance, but understand that that doesn't mean stepping into an aggressive posture. It just means stepping into this King of Cups energy of like allowing the flow, allowing the conflict, the competition, whatever the struggle is, whatever the barriers are, to just allow them there. Because by fighting them or avoiding them, you give the energy more energy. Whereas if you just allow the conflict to flow, to go through, then you're able to regulate, right? Regulate your emotions around it, regulate the emotions of the situation, and be able to find balance and harmony. All right, let's see what gifts are coming in for you. Look at that. You've got restore and replenish. Okay, and this card talks about a deep need to rest and replenish. It is like, it's kind of similar to the Four of Swords, but it's really saying like you need to take some time out to heal your heart. And I have the same situation with this little card here. Hold on a minute. My little thing, I forgot about that. Okay. You have, the need to rest and restore. Take a deep rest where you are healing your heart. Okay. Healing your heart. Rest and replenish. This is a gift, a blessing that's going to be coming into you. So there will be time available for you to be able to do that work. And Spirit is also asking you to kind of carve out that space, that when you have time to actually use it to do some deep reflection, do some deep resting. Cosmic ocean. Look at that. How beautiful. Current dreams, future realities, new beginning. Part of the reason why Spirit is giving you the opportunity to rest and restore and replenish is because Spirit just want you to tap back into those inner child dreams, tap back into what you believed not possible to you, and allow yourself to have new possibilities for the future. Conceive new future realities for yourself. What do you desire? What does your heart and soul desire for yourself? And allow yourself the time and space to dream that up. And dream it with details, y'all. Dream it with details. Yes. Dream it with details. And put all of the colors and the senses and the smells and the sights and the feeling that it feels like to have these future dreams in your reality today. Spirit is wanting you to take the time to cultivate that so that that can come fully into fruition for you. I love that. The cosmic ocean, right? This card also talks about like that beginnings, birth, all the creation stories have this sense of water in it too, like that things are birthed from this sense of water, of nurturing. And Spirit is really talking to you about new beginnings bursting forward for you. Let's look at some of these other cards. So you've got the Nine of Swords, the Two of Wands, okay? And look at that. The King of Cups again. Wow. Okay. Okay, loves. So in terms of your gifts, so this is interesting because you've got the Nine of Swords, and this is deep because this is one that has all its eyes. There's all these eyes on this nine, right? There's all these eyes. And I'm going to just put, I don't know if this is considered, I mean, she's covered, but I'm just going to do that just so that we know. Okay. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is also about this, this anxiety, this heavy anxiety in your head, right? And struggle and pain and suffering and just feeling like, but this one is really deep because it's really, it feels like you have this sense that like all eyes are on you and judging you and seeing you in different ways, right? And so this is in the space of the gifts. So it's really letting me know that Spirit is telling me two things with this card. One is that you may have some eyes on you, but Spirit is covering you, okay? And then the other thing that I'm really hearing from this card is that this sense of like it within your rest and restoration is being able to alleviate the anxiety, the internal self-flogging, right? Is how I experience this card. It's like we're just beating on ourselves and beating on ourselves and beating on ourselves, okay? And so Spirit is saying, I'm going to lift that for you so that you can truly rest and restore yourself and focus on your future dreams. Come out of this space of worry and stress and anxiety and pain about the past, right? And step into the beautiful part that you held on to in the past, in terms of what were your dreams, what was your inner child desiring, because your inner child is still there and still desiring, right? So what are you desiring? What does your soul want? What does your heart want? Allow yourself to let those dreams come forward. And then you've got the Two of Wands. So Spirit is saying, and now it is time for you to make a decision about your future. Move yourself forward in the future. You are holding the world in your hands. You're holding the world in your hands, and the stars are at your disposal, okay? And so what Spirit is really saying, the gift that is coming into you is the possibility of your future, okay? And part of the way that you get to the possibility of your future is to make a decision. Make a decision that is toward your soul's purpose, right? Make a decision that lights you up, that lights your heart up, that moves you in a different direction, beloveds, but moves you in the direction of what your soul is longing for, okay? So what your gift is that's coming in is a time for restoration, in which Spirit wants you to use that time to dream big, dare to dream what you think is fully possible for you, and focus on what it is that is your desire, what is your heart's desire, what is your soul's longing, right? What is that? And allow yourself to really envision it, sit in the joy of it, sit in the feeling of it, sit in the awe, right? The awe of it, the expectation of it, the possibility of it, and then make a decision that moves you in the direction of it. This is the beautiful gift that Spirit is bringing to you. And then you've got this King of Cups, which you've got it. This is like a double whammy here of the King of Cups, which lets me know your big gift is going to be a balance of your emotional world. Some of you may have been feeling emotionally chaotic, right? Either emotionally chaotic, or as we got here with the Five of Wands in your current situation, avoidant, right? Avoidant of the emotional chaos, right? Maybe feeling like, I don't want to feel the emotional chaos, so I'm just going to avoid it. And what these King of Cup cards are saying to me is that what your gift is coming in from Spirit is a balance of your emotional world, where not only will you better understand your own feelings and how to navigate your own depth of feelings, the very deep of your ocean, right, of feelings, but also be able to understand what's happening at the surface. Not only is what is happening at your surface, but what is happening around you, how other people are feeling, seeing them and seeing it clearly, asking for guidance, using your third eye, but seeing it clearly in terms of what is around you, so that you can navigate and blend together your emotional world as well as the emotional worlds of those that are around you. Okay, so that's a beautiful gift to have, because with that level of balancing of your emotional intelligence, your emotional ability, there's no end to what is possible for you in terms of your future goals and future possibilities, right? I think particularly for you in this pile, because I feel like many of you may feel like you cover your emotional world because of a fear of its volatility or its depth, that it might, the sense that that energy might pull you down in some way, that you'll drown, right? Drown in your own emotional ability. Now we're looking here at what is Spirit saying that you need to prepare for, and how is Spirit going to support you in terms of being able to receive this beautiful gift, okay? And you've got alchemy, which is fantastic. And this is the 8 card. And this is the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside, right? Going back to that past memory, right? But understanding, going even deeper than your inner child and back to a space of soul memory, and understanding what magic you hold at the soul level, because each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So Spirit is saying that you need to allow yourself to tap into your magic and the magic divine of the divine, to be able to transform your world into something unrecognizable, beautifuls. Like when you start really putting your vision and faith and belief in what is possible for you that is beyond what you have allowed yourself to have in the past, I promise you that what is happening internally for you will begin to show in your physical world, and you will see these manifestations begin to come forward. So Spirit is asking you to tap into your own magic and tap into the magic of the divine to transform your world. Look at that. And we've been talking about this idea of stillness, and I've been feeling like I need to lower my voice because you've got the reflecting pool, stillness. This is about taking time, taking a break. Even in your world, understand that you do not need to respond immediately to every ask, to every question, to every thought that comes internally or externally. Everybody's urgency is not your urgency, okay? And Spirit is asking you to take time to reflect, have a sense of stillness about you so that you can actually hear the guidance and be able to allow yourself to do a new set of dreaming. Okay? And then your final cards from Spirit are, the Seven of Pentacles. And I love that, Seven of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. Look at that. They're on the little unicorn going toward their dreams, y'all. This is the Six of Cups, right? And you've got is that the six? Yep, that's the six. You've got some double whammies in here. The Six of Cups, but I love this representation. This feels very strongly about the inner child, which it is the inner child here as well, but and also remembrance and memory. What this card is showing me is that Spirit is saying that memory, that soul purpose, that inner knowing of yourself, that magic, that how there's a childhood magic that comes in you, is going to take you to the stars. Like they are really saying that lean into that energy so that you can really move yourself forward. The other thing is that the Seven of Pentacles in this card in particular is really talking about success, right? Coming to a place of abundance, very heart-centered success. The thing about the Seven of Pentacles here is it's really talking about having to need to make a decision really about moving what it is that, so maybe some of you have had some material success, or you're going to soon have some material success, for sure. Or success within your work, success within, completing a project of some kind. This card is about harvest. So it's talking about the harvest coming in, but what the other layer of it is saying that you need to make a decision about taking your personal achievement, your personal growth, your personal abundance, and then expanding that out into your impact on the world. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is about you also picking up your abundance, picking up your success, and then elevating it so that it has a larger impact on the world. Okay, and that comes from dreaming bigger, allowing yourself to believe in possibilities beyond what you thought were possible for yourself, and allowing yourself to do the next level of work that makes your harvest and takes your fishes and your loaves and expands it to feed the whole community. Right? So what is it that you're going to do? So part of what you need to do, Spirit is saying, when you go into your rest and restoration, is to really expand what is possible. Instead of thinking like, oh, little old me, I can only do X, Y, and Z. What does your soul want to do? Don't worry so much about how you're going to get there, but just envision that it is already here. What is the impact that you are having on the world with your abundance, your beauty, your light, your love? Okay? What impact are you having on the world? And let it fly, because you are going to the stars. Okay? That is what I'm seeing here. I love this reading for you. This is really, really beautiful, you all. And so I really hope that you are able to receive the gift that is coming to you of rest and restoration in a period of dreaming into reality, bigger dreams, bigger goals, what is possible to not only bring you the abundance and the harvest, but to expand your harvest to the world. Okay, so that's what I see for you. Thank you so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. Click that subscribe button if you have not already, and leave a comment. Please hit that like button, share, do whatever you can to help us continue to grow the community. And I hope you have a joyfully abundant day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye-bye.